Swollen head? I think so, Lee.
Or bigger?
No. It's got more brains. Definitely got more brains. Okay, you ready, Bill? Righto, troops. Let's roll. But some of the best shots, I think, are walking in the rain.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't do it for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But to see people actually enjoying walking in the rain opens up a whole new dimension. It means that you're not restricted by the weather. It means that you can actually walk any day you like and have a great day and a great experience. Maybe different. Maybe the sun's not out, you don't see the same views, etc., etc. Just means when you come back next time, it'll be like walking afresh.
But we never let a coffee shop pass by.
Wonderful muffins they got here.
I had a chocolate biscuit with salted caramel.
Bilgola South Headland, like most headlands north of Longreef, is covered with a fine dark soil that's derived from shale bedrock. This soil is deeper, more fertile and better able to hold water than the soils on sandstone headlands, so it's more likely to find groups of plants of the same kind on shale headlands, whereas sandstone headlands exhibit a wider variety of species. A slight dip in the landform at this point creates a convergence of several natural drainage flows, and this, together with an impermeable layer of shale subsoil, has created a hanging swamp that's perfect for bottle brushes and casuarinas.
We used to come up here in the 40s, I can't remember too far back in the 40s, but in the 50s, and we used to stay in a cottage called Davies Cottage, which is by the pool but set back a little bit. And I have vivid recollections of the iceman coming with the ice pick to put in the ice chest. There's no refrigerators then. And I can remember also Fisho. It was heaven to be here at Newport in the 50s.
Governor Phillip's second exploration of Pittwater was on foot. Surgeon John White describes Newport Beach as it was on the 24th of August in 1788. We came to a convenient spot to encamp for the night where there was a great plenty of cabbage trees and tolerable water. The Governor, the two other gentlemen and myself took our guns and ascended a hill just above us. From this eminence we saw the southern branch of Broken Bay, which ran far into the country. White is describing the view from today's Bushrangers Hill.
Oh look, there's the castle on the hill.
For the whole 2 days?
That's about the only thing I know about the thing.
What's the history of it?
I have no idea.
Castellane residence was built in 1918 by Adolf Albers. He was one of the first art dealers in Sydney and he built it as a weekend retreat. The castle soon became a weekend meeting place for Sydney artists, authors, poets and musicians between the two world wars. The castle was constructed on the edge of a high wind-swept cliff and numerous rumours and folk stories have grown up around it. One of Australia's first talking movies, The Silence of Dean Maitland, was filmed there as the...
Charlie.
After World War II, the castle was open as a museum for 30 years, became a major tourism attraction on the northern beaches. It's now a private residence listed on the register of the National Estate.
The thing I love about what we do is that everyone wins. We've got all these wonderful reserves and bushland networks and very interesting streets. And you link them all together, you walk them, and you get these wonderful vistas and this wonderful sense of landscape. And you get fitter, and it's very good for you on that level.
Benny Morrison in 1914 moved here in 1914, and it's her property that forms the bulk of the Morrison Reserve. Early people in the early days recall cattle being run in the area, dairy cattle. It was a very small community. When Albers built the Bungan Castle, one of the reasons he built it there was it was so remote from anywhere. And of course the locals were all scandalised because the Bohemians of Sydney suddenly arrived on the northern beaches.
As we walk towards Mona Vale Headland Reserve, Pittwater Councillor Sue Young greets us.
We are really ramblers in the sense that rather than kind of walking like this or walking for exercise, we are walking as if we were an international tourist coming for the first time and blown away by what you see.
it took a long time for them to find where this was, didn't it?
In 1942, at the height of World War II, Sydney harbour defences were breached by 3 Japanese midget submarines. 2 were destroyed, but one, the M24, escaped. Its wreck was located in 2006 just off Bungan Headland and Little Reef. This plaque commemorates the event and the bravery of the 2 Japanese submariners whose bodies are believed to be entombed within the wreck.
And that means that you're walking, you look
Yep,
at the
you've
view
got
and you might
time.
stop. You might
Yeah.
only stop for 3 or 4 seconds and look around, but what you're doing is taking it all in, rather than walking and getting to the end of the day and they say, what did you see today? And I say, there's some good beaches and stuff, but it hasn't gone in.
Behind the dunes of Monavale Beach, alongside the golf course, we come upon a small flock of yellow-tailed black cockatoos, one of 6 species of black cockatoo in Australia. They've come here to extract the large wood-boring grubs found in the wood of the coastal wattle.
They're walking to the Royal National Park.
Oh, okay. Well, fortunately it wasn't this morning that they were doing it.
They were. We got drenched.
Oh, I'm glad the sun's come out for them now. Have fun.
Bye.
I thought it was somewhere in the Coringa, but I don't think so.
Oh, look
Where's
at
Red?
that. We've almost got 1, 2, 4 headlands. Oh, 5.
Yes.
Almost 5 headlands.
A million years away.
That's what the other thing I like. You see all this stuff where you're going to be, and as you go along, you see.
But they're such nebulous sorts of things, so you sort of think, oh, what the hell? But on the other hand, they're also important. If you're an Aboriginal person and you came down here, you got Great Tucker all the way around the cliff, around the rock platform, hop in your canoe and go out there and catch a wave and catch a few fish or whatever. Plenty of firewood come. This is a good spot to camp. Whole lot of dark soil at the back of the cave, scattered all through it, little bits of white, shell. This time all edible species, all off the rock platform. It's been badly eroded away and just about disappeared. It's practically gone, this midden. And the core of it are these huge boulders. The shells, of course, erode and tumble down the slope, and from this appearance it looks like they're all through it. But in fact the answer is they're on top of the boulders. So the boulders had to have been shoved in there by storm waves. And so the cave has been fretted out by waves even before the boulders were dumped into it. So it's a marine cave in which we now have a boulder beach, and on top of the boulder beach we have an Aboriginal midden, and in front of the whole thing we've got modern sand. So in a nutshell, some complicated stratigraphy in just that tiny bit.
So here we have Little Nara Surf Lifesaving Club. Life's a beach. Clearly an ancient artefact of a past culture. This is fabulous. Oh yes, I could meditate here forever. What a life, what a way to grow up, what a way to live.
This is Surgeon White's account of Governor Phillip's second journey from Port Jackson to Broken Bay, the one on foot. 22nd of August, 1788. We sent back our boats and proceeded northward along the coast about 6 miles, where we were forced to halt for near 2 hours until the tide had run out of a lagoon, so to admit of its being forded. While we were detained here, an old native came to us and, in the most friendly manner, pointed out the shallowest part of the water we had to cross. But the tide ran out with too much rapidity at that time for us to attempt it. Lieutenant James Grant noted some years later that the Aborigines called this stream of water Narrabeen.
Narrabeen Lakeside, really an unbelievable place to stay, because you just come around Narrabeen Head and you've got this incredible place with huts and accommodation. It's a wonderful place to stay. All right, Ian, I might come in with you. And Charles, we can make up the other one. How are you, lads? Oh, pretty. Not too bad, actually, I think. Yeah.